Hey guys, I want to do a little video about free will and choice. This is just based on a conversation me and Adi were having just earlier today. And you know, on this path we feel like we've got all of this free will, these choices to make every day. And one of the things that I find so much when it comes to procrastination, when you feel you cannot make choices, it's a really fascinating thing, right? Because on some level, I feel we've got too much choice. We give ourselves too much choice. And unless we have a good relationship with our sense of responsibility in relation to our sense of desires, because desires and responsibilities can often be in conflict to one another. And often our desires win because they're like, I don't want to do this. It's like that child, right, in us that says, no, I don't want to look at my accounts. I don't want to commit every day. I don't want to do a routine. It's boring. And yet, unless you bring discipline into your life, unless you bring a continuity, a commitment to your path, there's suffering, because it leads to suffering. Suffering essentially is a struggle that we create by putting off our responsibilities and not taking care of them over a longer period of time, which actually makes our life far, far easier. This is something I know firsthand because I've been spurred by my desires more than anything else in my life. And whilst I've classed it as being a free spirit, I've also learned that it's not as free as I think it is, because it's created a lot of limitation, especially earlier on around money and around my relationship with my sense of power, my light work. And as you keep exploring this deeper and deeper, you discover that there is a part that wants to have a beautiful life, but we can't have that beautiful life of ease if you're continuously creating struggle. And how do we continuously create struggle? Usually a lot of it is by stubbornly denying the really important and simple things, techniques, tools to bring into our life that will make our life easier. This involves routine. This involves the boring things in our life. And I talk about this a lot because it's usually always the parts that we're resistant about bringing in to our life that creates more of the struggle. So if you really want this life of ease, how can you negotiate with yourself to bring that into your life? How can you allow yourself to work towards that? And essentially it's having a vision, it's a goal of what you want to work towards, and then working out how to carry out those steps. It's taking responsibility for all of the tasks that need to be carried out in your life. That includes all elements, not just the joyful ones. It's the parts that support the joy. It's the practicalities of life. And as you bring that in, and for light workers, whenever I'm working with them, it's the continuity of expression. Because that continuity of expression creates a build-up, it creates a momentum, it creates your flow, it creates your audience, it creates your tribe, it creates this energy, magnetism. It's amazing what starts to happen, but we have to be willing to challenge our own belief systems. And for me, this is what stubbornness is really about. Stubbornness is a belief system that's created a shield around itself that says, hey, don't come near me, you're not touching this. And what it does is that it denies us from expanding. And we've got to be aware of not to identify ourselves with the stubborn beliefs. That's just one part. For sure, okay, it's stubborn, but that's not who you are. Identify yourself with the part behind that who is holding all of those belief systems together. So I just wanted to share that to give a little insight around expression, continuity, discipline. It's usually not the words we like to hear, yeah. If you're creative, if you're in the flow, if you're connected, these are the elements which are going to help you ground into this reality and live the life that you want.